All right. Well, where'd you go? Oh, this is a thing of a remembering thing. I guess you would call it that. I don't know, but this ain't really a bash or a this sucks, your normal kind of thing. It's just I saw this on YouTube and I'm like, hey, get the dog out. Anyways, I saw this thing on YouTube and I was like, hey, I remember seeing this a long time ago. You may or may not, probably don't, even know who this band is. But anyways, this is ICA, Igor's Cable Access, coming to you unedited, never rehearsed. And remember, as always, I need that one like and that one subscriber. Will it be you? I didn't think so either. ICA, take it or dream about it. And nobody's doing that. Anyways, this band is called Dig. D-I-G. They come around in about 93, somewhere in there. I remember seeing them on the Jon Stewart show on MTV. And then I saw them on, I want to think, 120 Minutes. I remember buying the album. It was a self-titled album. And I actually thought it was good. I actually thought it was a good album. I mean, there was a bunch of trash around then, but Dig was alright. Dig, the Toadies, the Lunatics. Anyways, let's check out Dig. You may or may not know who they are, and you're going to say, well, these guys are kind of like a Nirvana, Soul Asylum kind of collage and this and that, and you know what, you're probably right. But still yet, let's see them. Because back in that day, everybody was something about Nirvana. In some way, shape, style, or form. Alright. Yeah, Dig was alright. Yeah, they got the Silverchair, Nirvana, Goo Goo Dolls, Soul Asylum look going. Yeah. I was just watching that, but I didn't mean anything bad that time when I put together all the collages of bands, because back in that time, honey, that's what sold. And you might hear some of these alternative bands saying it's not about the money, it's not about this and about that. My ass. They all want to get signed and they know it. They were all just saying that stuff because they heard it from Nirvana. But the truth is, that's what sold. That's what the record companies were looking for, and the bands knew it, and everybody knew that that's how they made the Benjamins. See some more of this. It's like this is some old reel of a vacation or something, man. I don't know. Yeah, there's 3 guitar players. I know the singer guy, I think his name is like Scott Hackwick or something like that. There's a lot of loud, distorted guitars going on. At the time, there was a lot of bands like this coming out. And you didn't hear of them unless you watched that. I keep bringing up that damn 120 Minutes show. But if you were around back then, you know how important that show on MTV was to stuff like this. And the Jon Stewart Show was actually a show on MTV at one time. I've seen a few bands on there. Anyways, this was just something that, you know, it was, stuff like this was just, it was all over everywhere at that time for that genre. There were so many bands that I couldn't I don't know. But, what? You know, I just completely forgot what I was absolutely and totally talking about. The only thing I do know what I'm talking about is this is Dig. Sometimes my thoughts get in this collage and they just get lost, man. I'm trying to explain this band in this far out UFO way and it just gets lost. It blows up. Let's see some more of this. I like to see a video of like what these guys are doing now. Well, those people had a concrete pool, man. They didn't have no liner in it. They didn't get that at Walmart. So somebody's got some money, honey. You know, with bands like this, the closest thing you're ever going to get to these, you know, being around in this day of age, honey, you ain't. All the bands today suck. I can't even say anything good about them. You're not going to see a band come out that makes anything worth a damn or even compares to anything that was made 30 years ago. But Dig was just a band that was there, and they were small time. You know, some of the real hardcore alternative people, if you want to call them that, knew who they were, and then some people just didn't. The only people that I knew that knew who they were the people that I told about them, because they didn't have cable to have MTV. Now, this has been your boy Igor. Until next time, take it, leave it. But maybe there's bands out there. Wish I'd always heard of them. I'm out of here, bitch.